Warning, after watching this video, you will be a 3x3 master. Hello, thanks for watching my first walkthrough of a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Today I'm going to be using the QiYi Warrior. I'm going to butcher that name, but again, it's my favorite Rubik's Cube. A few reasons why. It's a great speed cube, so it spins pretty good. It also does really good corner cutting. It's at a 45-degree angle, which is excellent for when you're speed cubing. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start walking through this process. A few things to keep note of on a Rubik's Cube is that the centers never change on a 3x3. You know, they never change on a 5x5 and a 7x7, but we're doing the 3x3. So again, white always corresponds yellow, orange and red, green and blue. Those never change. It's always good to know because you will never, ever, ever change those. So let's go ahead and start. You want to start, obviously, by doing a pretty good scramble. I mean, obviously, I go through it and I just kind of randomly do things and turn things. I don't memorize it, obviously. I just kind of go with whatever I feel like doing. And yeah, so there we have it. Now we have a scrambled cube. So now we got to figure out how to solve this. Let's first identify the center. So I always start with white. I think white's a great starting point. My little marker's on the white. And so what you want to do is build a white cross. How you do that? Obviously, you know, I mean, it's pretty intuitive at this point. So, you know, you basically look for the, you know, top whites. Notice there's a red there. Go ahead and rotate it until you see that it's now corresponding with the red center. So now it's white and red. And just continue doing that. So over here, I found a blue and a white. Here's the blue right there. So let's go ahead and rotate it over, bring it up, bring it over. Notice how I didn't change that. I popped this out of place initially to bring it up. Now it's over, and now it's in. Now we find another one. Here's a green. This one happens to be right there already. So in this case, rotate it up. And here's another white, rotated around to the orange, and rotate it up. So now we have a white cross. Next, what you're going to want to do is get the corners in place. So in this case, I always search around for the corners to be in the bottom section here. It makes it a little bit easier. In this case, there's the orange, and there's the blue, and there's the white. In this case, I'm looking for the orange, blue, and the white. So I know this cube needs to go right here. In this case, the white's facing up, so I know that I can bring this down, bring this over, bring it up, and now it's right where it needs to be. Continue moving around. I don't see anything else that's along the edge here, so now I'm going to go for this one. Well, this one is currently, it's green, orange, white, green, orange, white. It's in the right space, and it just needs to be you know, it doesn't need to be rotated back in. You could obviously cheat, you know, and you could take the cube and rotate it like that. That's obviously not the point of this. But in your case, you'll want to bring it out. So out is going down, left, up, and now it's out. I always bring it back. Now it's just needs to be back in the space. Again, I'm bringing it down, to the left, up. Now it's placed in properly. starting to see a pattern here. Now I have a white down here, red and green and white. I'm going to search around for the red, green, and white. This needs to go here, bring it down, over, up. And now I'm left with one more, which obviously goes here. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate that around to the whites facing outward. Blue, red, white, bringing it down, over, up. Now I have a finished top layer, and I can move on to the second layer. All right, now it's time to solve the second layer. In this case, it's a little bit trickier, but it's not really that difficult once you figure out kind of how to get pieces in. So in this case, you're going to look around. Obviously yellow is your bottom. You don't want yellow pieces. So if you're seeing a piece like this where it's, blue, red, and yellow, you don't want that. You don't want pieces that are, red and yellow. You're looking for pieces that are going to be two colored only. So this is yellow and orange. You don't want that. In this case, only one I can see for now is red and blue. So what you're going to do is you're going to basically bring this blue piece and you're going to rotate it until you line it up. So notice how I was over here. I'm now lining the blue piece up completely. I know that this red piece is going to be on either side because it's already in line with this. Well, it's not over there. That's orange. It's over here. It's red. So here's how this works. You take the piece and you notice it's over here. You're going to move it away. So red is over here, moving it away. So you're going to go ahead and perform this. Turn the piece away, bring this bar down, over, up, and then I'm going to take this whole top and I'm going to rotate it like this. And I'm going to bring this piece down, up, and in. Notice how I now have the piece in place. It was here, now it's here. All right, so what you want to do next is you want to find any piece down here that's going to have, again, a non-yellowed color. So here we see, green and yellow, orange and yellow, red and yellow, blue and yellow. So now we have to find colors in here. Since these cubes are out of place, it's got green and orange, it's not in the right spot, and we have red and orange, red and green, it's not in the correct spot. We need to get them out of placement. So here's a little trick. You're going to want to basically act like this is the cube you don't want to put here. And again, perform the same algorithm. Since we're putting this here, we have to assume that this is the color over here. So we're going to basically take this and put it out of place by going this way, bringing it down, over, up, rotate the top, down, over, up. So now it's out. Now we're going to go ahead and find that piece, green and red. It's right here. So we're going to go ahead and, again, rotate it out, rotate this down, right, up, rotate the top, down, over, and up. Now it's in place. And we'll do the last one real fast. Again, now this one, since it's popped out, align the green. There's the orange over here. And do it again. Over, down, over, up, rotate, down, over, up. And now you have the whole top two layers solved, leaving you the bottom layer. All right, now that you've solved the top two layers, again, they're all going to be done with the top. Now it's time to solve the bottom. In this case, you want to solve and you want to get a yellow cross. You don't care about these edge pieces. These are very irrelevant at this point. Just going to focus on this. It's going to look one of three ways. You're going to have a yellow dot, or a yellow L, which is the backwards L, or a bar. So in this case, we went ahead and had the yellow dot. Let's go ahead and solve that. So in this case, we're gonna start with a dot. Only one little dot. I mean, you might have a piece, a yellow piece here, you know, one right here. But, you know, if you don't have an L shape, it's basically a backwards L or a bar, does make a difference. In this case, you can start wherever you want. So I can pick any side I want. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick this side. So you're gonna perform this little trick. So take this piece, again, the front face, right, right up, top, left, right down, top, right, front face, left. And now nothing's changed. And now you have the backwards L. And you're going to perform the same thing again, only this case, you want to keep this L up in the top left, right here. Not this, this. Do it again. Right, up, left, down, over, oh, sorry, and then down. Now you have a bar. Nothing's changed. It's all the same there. Now in this case, it doesn't make a difference if you do it on this side or if you do it on this side, it's all the same. And perform it one more time. So again, it's gonna be right face, left up, or right up, over, down, top, over, down. Now you have a cross. So now that you have the white or the yellow cross up here, nothing else down here has changed. They're all still, top two layers are done. Now it's time to make sure that all these pieces, these cross pieces, correspond with these pieces. So what you're going to want to do is keep rotating until you find two pieces. So in this case, two pieces that line up. I found the red piece and the blue piece, which means the green piece and the orange piece don't match. They need to be swapped. In some cases, you might actually have them all match right off the bat, which is great, but in this case, they don't. So you want to do this. We want to make sure that the matched pieces basically stay in the L right here, and you're going to perform this. So you're going to go ahead and bring this piece up, rotate it 1 and 2 times, down, top, over, up, over, down, rotate once. So notice I've got green, red, blue, and orange. Now your cross actually makes sense. Now all we have to do is the corner pieces. Now it's onto the corners. So this is probably the easiest step you'll find. In this case, you want to find corners that already are in the right place. So for instance, yellow, red, green. Got yellow, no red, no green. Yellow, blue, orange. Yellow, blue, red. Blue, red, yellow. Yellow, red, green. Green, orange, yellow. Green, orange, yellow. So this corner is correct. You might not have any corners, you might have multiple corners. But you're always going to have either 1 or 3 or all. You're never going to have 2 with a 3x3. So in this case, you want to keep the done corner, the corner that's already in its correct position. Doesn't make a difference if it's facing up properly. It just needs to be in the right spot. And go ahead and perform this. Go up, over, up, over, down, over, down, over. So in this case, this stayed in the same place. And now, oh, this one's in the correct position. This one's in the right. So now that you know that all your edge pieces are currently in the correct spot, now it's time to go ahead and get them into place. So this is the last little trick. Since you have 2 corners that are in its correct place already, you can either choose, I always say if there's one, put the finished piece in this corner, in the left corner here, and start operating on this side first. Since you have 2, you can choose either side, so it doesn't make a difference. So I'll go ahead and just put this piece, this finished piece, in this left-hand corner, and I'll perform this algorithm. You're gonna go up, over, over, down, up, up, over, down, and then do it the exact same thing without changing anything over here. Up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down. So notice how it kept this piece here, but now it changed these pieces. So now you only have one finished piece, but they're still in the correct position. Now you can go ahead and solve from here. Again, do all the same, keep the finished piece in the corner here and solve it all over again. Up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down, up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down. In this case, now you have a finished edge, and now all you have to worry about are these two pieces here. You might need to perform the algorithm 2 more times to complete. In some cases it goes on the next try. I find that it typically goes 2 times for me. Again, this is a very beginner's algorithm in the case. There's much quicker ways to solve this, but for a beginner, this is probably the easiest way to do it. So again, the same thing over and over again. So again, you'll be very, very good at this algorithm when it's all said and done. So again, you're gonna go up. Let's go back start again. You go up, over, over, that's twice, down, over, up, over, down, up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down. Nothing changed, but like I said, we'll have to do this again. So in this, I guarantee we'll solve. Up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down, up, over, over, down, over, up, over, down. Now you have a solved Rubik's Cube, and now you could wow all your friends. Wow, so neato.